Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I be to my lovely and respected lecturer, Madam Ain. So today I would like to presenting about how to identify halal critical point. So before that, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Wafi bin Awaludin from SI 5A.
The first step is identify the process flow of our product.
The second step is we must identify halal trait of each process, which is there are 4 halal traits, which is the first one is environment, people, equipment, and material. And then the third step is rationale for inclusion or exclusion as potential contaminant, which is we must identify the halal trait in each process to know either the potential contaminant can happen in every our process step.
So the fourth step is evaluation of the each process with likelihood and severity of impact of potential contaminant.
So there are 3 types of ranking to know likelihood ranking of our halal trait. So the first one is likely. Likely is the possibility of halal trait status expected to occur in most circumstances, which is we can say common of repeated occurrence has happened before several times. And then we have moderate. Moderate is the possibility of halal trait of status might occur sometimes, known to occur or happen before. And last, unlikely, which is the possibility of halal trait status affected could occur as exceptional circumstance, which is practically impossible happen halal trait in our process flow. And then to analysis ranking in halal severity or impact of halal trait is also have 3 types, which is critical, the potential of contaminant dan halal, mudarat affects the totality of halalan status of our products. And then moderate, the potential of contaminant non-halal and mudarat sustain that affect the halal of our products and still could be salvaged. And then the insignificant, which is the no impact of the halalan status of the product. Okay. And then after we evaluate the halal trait likelihood or severity impact of potential contaminant, we get to know halal metrics risk ranking to know either the critical point high also low. So if the risk ranking halal metrics ranking is 7, 8, 9, so automatically the halal trait in process flow is considered as halal control point. So and if the risk ranking below 7, which means below 6, 5 and until 0, it's still not considered halal control point. So the next step is develop the control measure. We to develop how to overcome this halal trait in our process flow of our product to ensure the quality, the safety and halal status of our product is maintained. Okay. And then the last step is determine the halal control points. Like I said before, if the risk ranking is 7, 8, 9 is considered as halal control point after we evaluate the halal trait in process flow. So that's all to the step to identify the halal control point in our company for each process flow. For the first, so we choose the process flow in distribution.
So the content, the halal trade is material. Lorry carries halal and haram material together. And then the exclusion as potential contaminant in our process flow is the finish of material is the finished good will be changing for halal to haram. So we evaluate it. The likelihood is M, which is moderate, and the severity is C, critical. So after we evaluate the likelihood and severity, so the risk ranking become 8. So automatically the halal control point is yes of distribution process flow. So let's move to the halal control point risk management plan summary of our company Fabulous Wins. So the halal risk management summary of Fabulous Win, HCP number 1 in process step receiving. So the monitoring, the what of the what we want to monitoring in process step receiving. So delivery may using the non-halal material gloves, such as that the material of glove is made from non-halal animal like pigs and so on. And then how to get we when to monitoring. So with visual inspection for the presence of personal belonging from haram sources. Alright. So when we went to monitoring, so at the entrance of transportation into the premise and the loading raw materials, and then where at the receiving area, and then who delivery man, and then the corrective action of this halal risk management is the remove haram materials from the transportation and premise as soon as possible. Okay, and then verification and then records. And then lastly, the outcome after completing the HAS manual. So what I got after the completing the HAS manual is I got to know the system to approach to ensure our product and preserve halal integrity of our product is every aspect, such as the process flow, in the production and so on, until the outcome of products product itself. So what and then what I got also, it is to after my group's member and I completed the HAS manual, is to strengthen skill related to group and individual work, including the ability to break down complex tasks into parts and steps, which means we have to must give a great cooperation, communication in completing HAS manual. And then we also must to know must to know how to complete the HAS manual with the correct action to, like I said, to ensure and preserve halal integrity of product. And I also can apply this typical manual in my internship or in the industry later. So that's all from me. Individual presentation about halal assurance management system in the individual presentation. So thank you for lending your ears, and goodbye.